Good news with an extension to the previous segment. So now I have my fire ready to go, and I have an old newspaper style publication that has just the right kind of paper to help get that started. I've got a couple of chestnuts. I've never roasted them before, so this is kind of an experiment. I'm just going to leave them on there. If they destroy themselves, they destroy themselves. I have some plums. I have beef flavored ramen. I have mashed potato flakes, as you've seen in other cooking segments. Of course, I have my Kodak PixPro SP360. I have gas. I have this. And somewhere there's a lighter. I'll have to dig that up. What in the world did I do with the lighter? Okay. Shit is being situational. There's the lighter. Okay. So, the plan is to make some ramen with plum sauce. Beef ramen with plum sauce. I don't know if it's going to work or be terrible, but that's the experiment we're doing today. And the first step is going to be getting that fire started. I have, as you've seen in another cooking segment, some propane, but this time I'm going to be cooking with the wood as the primary fuel. Okay, now you can barely see the flame, and it's pretty safe as long as you take basic caution not to put your hand or any part of your body or anything you want to burn into that space. So we're going to set up over here. I'm going to put the can right there. I'm going to set that right there, and I'm going to take a stick. Set that camera at an angle. Hopefully we'll get a good angle on starting that fire, and I'll move everything right before the fire starts to go. So I get the paper going, I hit some of the wood with some heat. This wood is just a little bit, that's probably gonna not work too well, but got kind of a start. It's a little bit dry, or a little bit moist, excuse me. So it is going to kind of be a little stubborn not to want to burn. So we're just going to give it a little head start here with the paper and extra gas. And hopefully we won't have to use much gas, and it'll be all wood that's burning. If I can get, you can see that it's kind of turning to bright red. It's giving off infrared light in the visible spectrum. And that's really what we're looking for, is if we get it up to temperature, even though there's a little moisture in it, it should burn. Paper has a tendency to block the oxygen in the fire if you don't keep breaking the coal or charcoal off of the paper. Hopefully we can get that to burn. Looks like it's kind of want to. It's kind of not as well. So we may have to try this procedure a couple of times with some paper. It looks like it's still recording, so we're good. Take some more sheets of this. I'm going to dump that in there. And we're going to take this torch, crack it open again. Nope. Don't do that. Don't do that. We've gotten the temperature up a little bit. Hopefully we can Get more of the wood up to temperature. Now you should always be careful not to heat the tank itself. Get it too close to the fire because it can explode. It's not going to do it today because I know what I'm doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you should find someone who does to show you more about it. You should be very careful, and you should always take responsibility for your own actions. Don't sue me because you do something different than what I have done, because if you hurt yourself, you've done something other than what I am doing now. I am not hurting myself. Pine pitch would be really handy right now. Pine pitch catches fire really easy. Knock that down. Looks like I've got that thing clogged in the bed. Have to clean that a little bit. Okay, we're still on. And it's smoldering and it's hot. So we're gonna try and get whatever's clogging this out. Whatever I do that doesn't work, don't do that. Okay. We're gonna tear some more of this freebie paper book out. We're going to do a little different thing. I've twisted it a little tighter. Hopefully it'll burn a little bit longer. Let's look at our time. We have 8 minutes. So I have a 15-minute window for YouTube because I can't afford to have a phone. I could get a government phone, but that would be getting involved with the government, which would mean I'd have to have an address, which I don't. There's security issues with having addresses where everyone involved in those addresses has different political views than yourself. Everyone that I might use for an address has different political views than myself. So I use my mother's address for minimal things. And outside of that, I don't use it. I plan to vote in person. Okay, so I've tightened this much better, and we got kind of a nice little bouquet of newsprint style paper, and we're going to give this another try. We've dried it out a little bit, as you can see. You can feel a little warmth in there, at least I can. Light it like that. Go like that. Set it in there like that. Then we're going to go get the torch, and we're going to try and give it a little extra. torch obviously got some ash in it. Oh, looks like we've managed to clear that out. We're going to add a little heat. Like I said, these sticks are a little bit moist. Next time we're going to show what happens when you use pine pitch. I'm going to collect a whole bunch of pine pitch, and we're going to have a much more readily started fire. Push those in there so that I don't burn my fingers. It looks, yeah, looks like there might still be a little ash stuck in there. But this looks like I've actually got it hot enough now to start. And that's 11 minutes. We're going to stop that there, and I'm going to set up the top ramen.